Good afternoon, all the participant friends. Today we are to take one class on environmental education. And you see, this class has been linked with the second part of the paper, environmental education and population education. This is the heading of the paper. And today we are to take one class on population education. We had more than 4 classes on the first part of the paper, and this class is very much important for all the students of all the streams. Basically for the students of arts, science and commerce, as well as this class has importance for the students of MPhil level, master degree level or PG level, B.Ed level, and this class has specific importance for the students of 4th semester major education. Friends, before taking this class today, standing before you people with the people of the country, means my country, I like to pay homage to the great soldier who sacrificed their life for the safety of the country. Friends, paying homage to the great soldiers of the country, we are to continue our academic exercise today. I salute the Indian Army personnel who sacrificed their great lives for the great cause of the country. Let us come back to the class. I express my sense of gratitude to the Google authority for taking help for the photographs, as well as all the well-wishers, revered participants and my technical support hands. Participant friends, after the completion of the class or just observing all the classes which have already been uploaded, if you have any question or query, then my suggestion or request to you is to write directly to my mail address which has been given here, or you may write to my WhatsApp numbers which have been given here. Friends, for your information, today I like to suggest you to save my college website www.bacollege.ac.in. I'm so much sorry, www.bacollege.ac.in, and there is a specific part in the website that is e-learning resources. So for your information, you can save the website, and even if you like to know about me, then you can know. Let us start the class today. This class is specifically for the second part of this important paper, and the second part is population education. Friends, you know so much well that the problem of population growth or increase of population has created threat to the existence of mankind. And we discussed in our environmental science part class that environment means the total surrounding of mankind and total surrounding of all the living beings, plants, animals and things. So population is one of the important segments of environment, and that's why this has become one of the important parts of the paper, and the problem has been getting so much difficult throughout the world. The problem of increasing population has created pressure in every part of the world. We have seen it, we have observed. Besides, this problem has made strong negative effect on environmental, on the ecological systems. Everyone has realized the negative effect of this problem upon the developmental process of national economy, upon the social life process, upon the cultural areas, etc. Friends, the growing numbers not only have been, you see, pressurizing pressurizing the social segment, but it has pressurized all the important segments of our society. That is, it has created problem over the national economy as well as over the social value system and culture or cultural segment of our social life. Friends, let us see the diagram first. Present position of the society. This is, you see the increasing numbers have been increasing and there is no place to live in. And what has become the situation, you can understand it just by observing this picture or photograph. Let us go to the next one. This is the situation throughout the globe. Means the world situation has been changing because of the heavy pressure of the problem of population growth. Let us see the next one. This is India. You see the situation. More than 135 crore people are here in India. From the point of view of population, India's place is in the second place. China has been placed in the first position and India has been placed in the second position. More than 140 crore people are there in China, and in India more than 135 crore people are there. Friends, situation has been getting so much difficult. See this picture too. No vacant place is left, and that's why this problem has created pressure over the total environment of the global social situation. And we, the academicians, the academics, all the researchers are to pay special attention towards this very much difficult problem for the safety of the environment, for the safety of all the spatial segments of our environment. Let us go back to the next slide. This is the world situation. You see, most of the lands have been occupied for habitation. Buildings, this is the satellite picture. Big buildings have been erected, constructed, and there is no place, vacant place which has been left. Let us go back to this is also another photograph or diagram which is satellite photograph, and by observing all the photographs we can understand the gravity of the problem of population explosion or population increase. And the problem of population increase has been creating additional problem in the total surrounding where we are existing, where living beings are existing, where living plants are existing, where things are being remain present. Let us go back to the next slide. The pace of development and prosperity of a nation may not be advanced systematically even after it has large stock of natural resource. When numbers go up unchecked, there are two main causes behind this. The first cause is between the two is unnecessary and uncontrolled population growth, and the second one is lack of proper skilled and trained human resources to explore and to make the natural resources available for proper uses. So friends, these are the two most important problems, difficult problems, which all the nations more or less throughout the world or throughout the globe have been facing, and difficulties are there in their social life, in the social life of the nations. Let us go back to the next slide. The systematic development and availability of human resources got importance in the total development of social life process of the development of human society and civilization. Man should develop themselves as important resources as far as prosperity and protection is concerned. Apart from this, when men become themselves factors of destruction of nature or impediments before its protection, the life process compels to be complicated and full of problems. So friends, the increasing numbers have been pressurizing or creating overpressure over the surrounding and over our social situation, over the economy of the nations, cultural segments of the societies of the nations. If population growth makes the nature unable to keep its balance, the problem of existence will certainly be serious before the civilization and the human society. According to the views of persons who have specially contributed to the advancement of human civilization, the problem of increasing population is the most serious among all that have appeared before human society. So friends, this problem has been creating many other problems in our life and social order, and that's why students are to study it so much serious, being so much serious, and we are to find out or research how to tackle this problem so that we can preserve the natural environment for the safety of our life, at the same time for the safety of the existing civilization. The environmental scientists, planners, educationists, social scientists have appealed to take immediate action to eradicate this problem, to solve this problem by altering the nations about the horrible outcome of such problems. According to the specialities who have direct connection with the various problems of population growth, the dreadfulness of population bomb is much more than that of destructive weapons like nuclear bomb, hydrogen bomb, etc. So friends, if we compare the danger of population growth with the dangers of all the high power artilleries or the bombs or war machineries, then we must have to say that the pressure or the gravity of the problem of population increase is much more greater than the power of all these artillery or all these weapons. To discuss about the various problems caused by population growth, a special conference was held in August 1994 in Cairo, the capital of Egypt. It may be asked to write in your examination where the conference of 1994 was held. You are to write in Cairo. Then if it is asked, where is Cairo? Cairo is the capital of Egypt. Almost all the countries of the world have emphasized on the prevention of such problems. Considering the importance of this, special emphasis has been given on leading population education in scientific process in global level. France, humanity means nations or the experts as well as politicians started to realize the gravity of the problem of population increase of late. And that's why just after realizing the pressure of population increase over the natural surrounding or overall environment of the globe, the academicians and the experts started to emphasize on the inclusion of population education in course syllabi of different streams. And that's why it has become one of the important parts of our study, and we are to study it because we are to preserve or we are to keep our environment in proper place, in proper position, because if we are to exist in this world, then the environment is to exist, and without the existence of the environment we never can exist, and we never can protect the civilization which has been, which has come to the present position because of the contribution of generations people throughout the globe. Let us see the next slide. Expressing clear view about population education, Noel David Barlation has said, let us understand David's perception. The history of 20th century becomes more and more a race between numbers and the quality of life. If we are to utilize our intelligence in our present population dilemma, we must make our educational systems relevant for participants, and those who are about to become participants in the vital revolution will require an education that includes population education. Friends, the young generation of today, they are to understand the gravity of the problem of population increase because they are the future citizens of all the nations, and they are to contribute in proper manner for the growth of their own nations, and for doing this they are to understand the gravity of this problem. And that's why Noel David pointed out this to all the experts, to all the academicians, to all the academics, and particularly to the participant students who are to be the future citizen of the globe or of all the nations of the globe. Let us go back to the next slide. The new realization and situation has formed all over the world about the necessity of imparting systematic knowledge to the new generation about the problems created by increasing population. It has been felt by all that there is immediate necessity of making the students realize about the intimate relationship between increasing population growth and socio-economic growth through formal educational system. Friends, we are to help our students to understand the gravity of the problem of population increase. We are talking about human resources, and at the same time we are talking about skilled man-force. But before that, we are to understand the gravity of the problem of population increase throughout the globe, because if we fail to understand the gravity of the problem, then we will not be able to protect the habitat or protect the natural surrounding on which our sustenance or survival of our life basically has closely been linked. Let us see the next one. The reason is the students of present time are the active participants of population explosion process. Because today you are the students, tomorrow you people will be the grown-up people, and you will take part in the process. Just after your marriage, you will take part in the process of producing children, and that's why your participation should be so much sincere, so much thoughtful, so much judicious. And that's why you are to learn about, or you are to know in details about the problem of population. At the same time, you are to understand the concept of population education and the importance of population. You see, education or importance of population, understanding the problems of population has link with the process of understanding the problems of the environment. You see, increasing population of an environment, various resources, means the numbers have been pressurizing or created over pressure on the total environment, on the resources, on the socio-economic processes of our societies, cultural process or processes of the societies. And that's why we are to help you people to understand the significance of population education for the protection of the environment, our environment, for the protection of the resources, for being judicious at the time of using the resources, and for understanding the socio-economic processes, at the same time for understanding the cultural processes of our society. Such realization has been felt seriously in the countries like India. India, you see, I just have expressed before you that India's position from the point of view of population when it is being calculated, it is placed in second position. So we are to be sincere at the time of understanding the problem of population, because if we do not become so much sincere at this critical time, then we will not be able to achieve the target of, you see, advancement which the national leaders as well as the theoreticians and economic people or the experts have been expecting to be India one of the leader nations, one of the advanced nations within 2020. In this regard, it is clearly expressed in the document of 1987 of NCERT. It may be asked to write about the full form of NCERT. Then you are to write about National Council of Educational Research and Training. Means National Council of Educational Research and Training's document of 1987 has special importance, because this document has expressed that by doing so, they are expected to develop attitude towards the desirable size and structure of our population and the quality of life in their respective family. They are also expected to appreciate and promote the development of small family norms in the society, and acceptance of observance of small family norms depends a great deal on inclusion of commitment on the part of students. As you are the future citizen and you are the future participants in the process of population growth, so your understanding has special significance or importance for the growth of national economy, for the preservation of the environment in totality, for the protection of our culture as well as for the uplift of our social order. Let us go to the next slide. We can anticipate the importance of the development and expansion of population education by understanding the great problems caused by the increased population upon our socio-economic spheres. Because India is the second largest country, as I just have already mentioned before you, of the world as far as population is concerned. Presently, India has more than 133 crore. Now the number has changed. Population, according to a calculation of the World Bank in the recent past, 1.4 billion numbers will add with the present number in recent future. So we have more than 1.34 billion, and again 1.4 billion will be added with the number, and number will be uncontrollable numbers. And that's why we are to be so much sincere at the time of understanding the gravity of population education, and that's why this education has, or the knowledge of population education has special significance for all category of students. This rapidity of population explosion has created various challenges before the country, and gradually it is leading us toward a dangerous outcome. Such problems should be realized deeply by all. There should be preparation to defend such challenges by making the new generation conscious in this regard. Such preparation is very urgent for the growth of economy and total advancement of the country. Friends, why population education has become so much important? Because of all these things. If we are to protect our country, if we are to protect our economy, if we are to protect our environment in totality, or if we are to protect our culture, if we are to protect our civilization, then we must have to protect the increasing numbers, because India's position in the world scenario is in the second position. Let us go back to the next one, friends. Let us come to the last slide. You see, because failure in this regard will make the prediction of the 11th Honorable President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was the 11th number Honorable President of India. He is the missile man from 25th July 2002 to 25th July 2007. Professor Kalam was the President, Honorable President of India. And Kalam during that time dreamt that within 2020 India will become a developed country. And this will be unrealistic if we fail to understand the gravity of the increased numbers. Means we fail to understand the spatial importance or significance of population education. Friends, we are to leave here today. This is the basic class for you, and this paper has two parts. I mentioned at the beginning of the class that the first part is concerning to environmental education and second one is population education, because population education has close connection with environmental education, and that's why we are to understand environmental education as a whole, means as a composite subject. And this is the basic information of this part, means this is the first class of this part. And just after this class, in the next class, I will place before you the definition of population education. You are to know it that population education is the prime concern of population education is to impart or to get or to be well acquainted with the problem of population increase, problem of numbers of the nations of the globe. So friends, thank you so much for today. In tomorrow or day after tomorrow's class, we are to discuss about the basic concept of population education, and thenceforth you will be able to understand the speciality of population education. For your good learning, my suggestion to you is you please study all the slides, all the contents of the slides, so that you can understand or realize the significance of population education and write so much well in your examination. It is not so much difficult. If you have realized the first, all this information, then certainly I hope you will be able to write what is population education and what parameters population education includes in your area of study. Thank you so much for today.